Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over the recent news that Herschel Walker has filed to run for U.S. Senate in 2022 for the state of Georgia. Now, this is very, very big because there aren't too many Republican candidates that are, I would say, a legitimate threat to Raphael Warnock. Raphael Warnock is the incumbent. I would say he's not super strong, but he's in relatively pretty good standing for re-election in 2022. One of the best Republican candidates in Georgia is Herschel Walker. And we know this because people like former President Donald Trump and a lot of other top Republican senators have been recruiting Herschel Walker to run a lot because they know he's the top candidate. We've heard reports that maybe Kelly Loeffler, the former senator, might run again, but to be completely honest with you, she is not a good candidate, and I think the 2021 runoffs kind of prove that she is not going to win if she does decide to run again, and I think a lot of Republican strategists know that. So Herschel Walker announcing he's running is very, very big, and I would say very good news for Republicans. I'm going to have a video coming out shortly after this about Adam Laxalt in Nevada as well. I almost said Nevada. In Nevada as well. And obviously there's Chris Sununu in New Hampshire who Republicans are trying to get to run. In my opinion, it's looking like he will. Adam Laxalt is running. Herschel Walker's not running in Georgia. So you can see the Republican field starting to take shape for 2022. And we're kind of just waiting on Wisconsin and Pennsylvania as well, because there are we know who a lot of the good Democratic candidates are. The Republican candidates are where it's wide open in a lot of things. Pennsylvania and Wisconsin maybe less so. The Democratic candidates are wide open as well, but still. Herschel Walker running. I would say Republicans probably have their top recruit for 2022. Loeffler's not going to be good. David Perdue has already announced he will not be running for Senate. Governor may be a different story, but Senate he's not running. Doug Collins has already announced he will not be running as well. So, yeah, I think Herschel Walker is a good fit for the Republican Senate in 2022. He's a good nominee. Him being a former football star in the state of Georgia obviously is going to help him with name recognition. A lot of times, a lot of the races are about who can get their name out there and get bigger name recognition as well. So Herschel Walker will have that advantage. However, there are some questions of his past that I'm not going to delve into too much, because I don't want to report on anything that is either unconfirmed or say anything that I don't have the details 100%. But I know there might have been some past incidents with Herschel Walker that I'm sure the media will be mentioning very, very quickly, especially now that he's announced that he's run. So that's something to keep an eye on. But I think Raphael Warnock, who in my opinion is probably the third best Democratic candidate in the state of Georgia, I think honestly Jon Ossoff is probably number one, or Stacey Abrams is kind of 1A, 1B with Ossoff. I would say Ossoff's probably number one because he seems to do very, very well in every single election he's in. So I'd say Ossoff's nearly number one. Stacey Abrams is no doubt number two, and Warnock's kind of the weak of the three, but he still won. Herschel Walker might be a little bit more of a challenge than, say, Kelly Loeffler is, but we'll have to wait and see come election day. Last thing I'm going to do in this video is just show you, there haven't been a ton of polls, but Raphael Warnock versus Herschel Walker polls, we've had two. One from a Democratic-leaning source that has Warnock up 2. One from a Republican-leaning source that has Walker up 2. What does that tell you? If one side says it's up 2, the other side says it's up 2, the race is probably tied right now. And, I mean, what can I say? I mean, Walker just announced he's running. There hasn't been a poll since he's announced. We probably won't have a poll since he's announced for at least a few weeks, maybe a month or so. But it's going to be interesting. Warnock being tied right now is not a good sign. Walker getting high approval is a good sign to start off, but, I mean, at this point, we're in August of 2021. The midterms are in November of 2022. As we know, I mean, a week can be a lifetime in politics, never mind over a year, so we'll have to wait and see. But this is going to be a very, very interesting showdown heading into the 2022 midterms. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe as well. If you're a returning subscriber of mine, thank you so much for coming back to another one of my videos. It means the absolute world to me. Thank you. And that'll do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.